Go ahead.
I'm the only
You're
one
good.
here, I guess. Eh?
Yep.
Okay, everybody, thank you very much, everybody, for coming for our Culfidant pizza party night. Also celebration, quite a few students finish their pretty much the term, and hopefully you do all doing well. Okay, so actually I come here and people ask me what this party is really about. Let me share with you with a quick story. Okay, so everybody know me. My name is Tom. Don't need to introduce. You can call me Lalor, or you can call me Tom, or whatever you want to call me. That's fine. So the story I'd like to share is actually something to do with our community. We keep talking, and we are sort. That's the real reason why we are together here today. The story goes like this. It kind of came from long time ago, so you guys need to really take a long time to get used to this. No, it's going to be just a few minutes, okay? So I actually, as you all know, came from China. So when I was 7 years old, a little kid, the first Chinese book I learned is actually written by a Chinese leader called Chairman Mao. Some of you probably heard of this guy, some may not. But he is top dog of China. Okay. So he wrote an article, and every single Chinese kid needs to learn. And this article is about a doctor, and that doctor is actually from Canada, and the guy's name is called Norman Bashir. And what happened to this gentleman? Long story short, is he's basically came to China in the Second World War, helped Chinese soldiers fight with Japanese in the Second World War, and saved probably hundreds of Chinese people's soldiers' life during the fight. Because he started doing this kind of surgery day and night. And quite honest, I think at that time, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think I can be too far, he was probably the only foreigner at that time in China to be a doctor and helping the Chinese soldiers. And because he works so hard day and night, after a few nights he may getting too tired, whatever happens to him, he cut himself. And after a few days, because of infection, he actually died in China. So to memorize, to remember this Canadian doctor who helped the Chinese people in the most needed time, this Chinese leader, Chairman Mao, actually wrote a paper. Every single kid of China, the first day, what we learned at that time is this particular story about this Canadian doctor. But as a kind of a naughty kid at that time, I'm not really worried about how more noble he is and how good he is. Actually, I'm thinking this is the stupid question, story I never heard of. So what's wrong with this white bald guy? Right? What happened in his mind? Why he want to come to China? He doesn't speak Chinese. He has no relatives. I have no idea. But here is very strange things happened at that age when I was 7. I want to come to Canada and see what is the reason, find out by myself. And that's actually the reason why I'm here today. So what this to do with what we are doing today? Think about this. This doctor from Western world, very different culture, very different civilization, come to a place which is totally strange to him, and he died there. And that one action from this doctor, from totally different culture, has the influence over the generations and allows me to make up my mind, come over thousands of miles away, come to Canada and meet everybody here, which is my honor today. The story I want to share with everybody is something at some time in your life you do, you never know what's going to be impact. I never ever believed that doctor, when he came to China, when he doing the operations, something in his mind he say, well, I know this Tom guy, the little kid, 50 years from now is going to go to Canada, find me out. He never know that. But here I'm here. So in our life, I want to share one quick story with everybody is we all have our personal goals, we all have our immediate needs, but there is something I think way beyond that. It is the connection we are trying to make every day.
It's true.
Okay, so this is the opportunity we are trying to make through this kind of events. I really don't know how to do the doctor thing. I just know how to make some house workable for you guys can live happily, and that's what I'm trying to work. And through this action, I hope you guys can start to share our beautiful homes happily. And also we have a big goal in the future is allow everybody to travel freely. And in this room alone, we have people from pretty much all over the world. I'm from China, we have Canadians here, we have people from Germany, we have people from Egypt, we have, you name it, from Mexico. In this little room alone, we already have few countries in this here, in such an enriched country and enriched culture. So this is the opportunity. I hope we have a platform for everybody to be connected and for everybody to start to learn something we don't know. For everybody start to ask a question, why is this strange, weird Tom guy as a landlord doesn't worry his own business, start doing things like this off? This is a good question. I encourage you to ask those questions to me because you allow me another half hour to talk about that to you directly. Okay. For now, I think I'm good enough for this kind of basically kind of open words. And also, we have a few new, few great residents, our community members going to leave us. One of them is actually Jonathan. Jonathan has been with us for more or less a half year, 1 year?
8 months.
8 months.
September.
So what Jonathan did, I think, is quite amazing. He come to us as, as you can see, this is a handsome, good-looking guy, and kind of a lady killer in a way. But one thing really made quite a good impression to me is Jonathan is how naturally he be able to connect with people and how naturally he's willing to help people in the best way he can. And so one thing I do feel sad to see this guy go, but I also will have a little bit chat and understand he's actually taking on a job from a company called Liberty, right guys?
That's right.
Yeah, Liberty. So, and once I understand Jonathan is going to do something called salesman, as a kind of almost like a father figure guy, I said, why do you do that? No, that's not what I said. Actually, this is exactly what I said to him. I said, Jonathan, can you do me a big favor, please? Jonathan said, what? Well, I said, Jonathan, when I was your age, I was focused on learning engineer, and I am one of the best engineers in China. And I came here in Canada, I was the second best engineer in that refinery, which I'm not very happy about. And before I leave that refinery, I actually challenged the first so-called #1 engineer with a question, confused him. So I feel really happy and laugh. So now he's not quite sure about his #1 position. Joke aside, we are still very good friends. But I focus on so much on the academic ability, which is great. I do appreciate that experience and that effort and persistence. But also, if I look back 20 years from now, and if I have that opportunity to learn one thing, I could drop everything. I tell everybody everything. I want to learn this one thing. It's called self-skill. Let me tell this, it's not for money. I watched the movie a few days ago, 3 hours and 20 minutes. I do encourage everybody to watch that movie. If you have a chance, if you allow me to make a recommendation, it's called Gandhi. It's the Indian's hero, national hero. In that 3.5-hour movie, at the end, I learned one thing. Gandhi, in a sense, is the greatest no doubtly, greatest human beings we ever see in our human history. And also, he has one of the greatest skills of sell. He sells some impossible concepts to not his fellow Indian people, but also to the most powerful people at that time, British Empire, and managed in the first time in the human history to change a biggest country in the world of India independently, without any violence, without any war, from the most powerful country at that time in the world, and still is, British. And that is the power of that knowledge, of being able to sell your concept, your idea, and your ideology, and your dream. And that is something I hope everybody can learn. So I actually asked Jonathan, I said, can you do a quick presentation, bring your manager, bring your people, tell our students, our community, what you guys going to do. We don't necessarily want to buy your stuff, but we want to know how you do your job and why it is important. I want you to share that experience with us. So that's why we invite those gentlemen comes in, and I will have them to come shortly after I finish here. And after I finish, they're finished their job, take you guys time, okay? So Jonathan, maybe I will ask you introduce your manager and your colleagues. Mm-hmm. And once you guys finish, and if we like to ask any questions, if we are allowed, guys just feel free to ask questions. And also I bring, once this finished, I will have something, you guys have a big lesson, have a big course on that. And then I will kind of really relax you guys down with my smuggling Chinese liquor. Okay, so stay tuned. If you feel their job is really boring, their selfish is really bad, just think about, okay, we still have something to look forward. Okay, okay. I will give the stage to Jonathan. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Okay.
Huh?
Come on up here.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want to first say thanks to Tom. You did a great job. Honestly, it was a great salesperson. Thank you. Yeah, we didn't put anything like formal. You guys aren't like brought out to like a network marketing thing or something like that. We're going to bring up some products. You know what I mean? My wife actually got invited to one of those a couple weeks back, and then she gets ambushed by one of those marketing companies. But basically, Jonathan, and Tom, I spoke with them about a week ago, and yeah, we just thought we'd join the party and kind of like let you guys know what we're doing, and just so if there are people, we are hiring right now. So for those who don't know me, I am John Barry, and I work with a company called Liberty Security. It was actually started here in Edmonton. We're all across Canada now, and I started working for them back in 2015. And literally the company changed my life. I had a construction company before that, back in Nova Scotia, and hit a recession, kind of just tanked that thing. and I was like, well, I got a buddy of mine came to me, and he's like, hey, this company, I worked for them one summer, and I made like $40,000 in over a summer, and they're hiring. And I'm like, well, what is it? And he's like, working door to door selling security systems. I'm like, me doing door to door? I'm like, I don't think so. And then, and then I got thinking about it. I'm like, what's the worst can happen? If I could actually go learn the skill, maybe I could come back and kind of revive my construction company, like just put some, and be able to go out and sell myself properly. Because I wasn't before, at that time, I was just waiting for referrals and advertisements and things like that to come in, and it wasn't enough. So, long story short, I came out in 2015. In the training and everything that I got, it was just an amazing experience that I'm here today, and I've now managed a team this is the third year. And so we're hiring right now for our summer positions. Average person over a 4-month period makes around $25,000 in a summer. Ben here I hired him back in 2016. He was my #1 rep, came out, and he sold 125 sales that year, and he was able to make almost $70,000 in just one summer, and then be able to pay his way through school. We have so many success stories of people from top real estate agents in Toronto that does zero advertising at all. He worked for our company for 2 years, and he's the #1 real estate agent in Toronto, no advertising. And right down to a park ranger in BC that got a job, and the woman said to him she hired him because he had door-to-door experience, and she knows that when he's out in the wilderness he's going to be doing his job because he's self-motivated and things like that. So in a nutshell, we go down and knock on people's doors and we sell security systems, and we're hiring. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that and you guys want some more information, I will leave some stuff behind for you guys to grab, but we'll be conducting we're finishing up our interviews. This is the last week. We've been interviewing for the last 3 months, and then we kick off our season for May 1st. And we have students all across the country coming to work with us from May 1st till the end of August, and some people stay and work until the end of October. So that's pretty much it. And you know, I unless you want to add anything to it or anything like that.
I don't know.
You want to? I actually just like Ben. This is Ben. I'd just like him to actually tell you a little bit about his experience. Ben's birthday today is 24, so happy birthday, Ben. And yeah, I brought him. He came out in 2016. He's now helping me manage and stuff this year. We've had a ton of fun working on the road and learning a lot of things. And I'd actually just like him just to kind of share, like, you know, because I just witnessed this guy grow so much when he came out, and so it's just it's been a really great time working with him and stuff. But yeah, just tell them a little bit about what you learned and what you like about the job, and
Yeah,
let's wrap it up.
I'm gonna take this off. I don't really like it, so around my neck. So just kind of going on about
Just whatever you like about whatever you learned and stuff like that. Like,
yeah. Well, when I first started this job, I was terrified to talk to people, and now I'm not. Obviously, as you guys probably know, that as I'm like kind of working the crowd a little bit, I guess you could say. But no, seriously, it's possible for anyone to do this job, but at the same time, this job's not for everyone. And the reason why I say that is because every one of us has unlimited, untapped potential to be whoever we want to be in life. You know, your parents when you come home, and then just get interrupted. No, I'm joking. I'm not gonna fight you because you'll die. She's from Mexico, so she's feisty. Anyway, so it's just like it's everyone can do it, but not anyone can do it, because at the same time it's what you put into it, right? So if you're a go-getter, if you guys are the type of people that are self-motivated, or you don't have to wait for someone to tell you to go do something to go do it, then you'll do well at this job. We give you the formula. We teach you everything you need to know, so you can make 70 grand in 5 months. You can make more than that, right? So we give you guys all the tools so that you can be successful. But unless you really apply yourself and really practice this, you're not gonna do anything. And so the reason why I like Liberty is because, first of all, you're in a great environment with great, positive, like-minded people who are motivating you to be your best self, okay? And it's kind of hard to find any other situation in life where you're going to get such a concentrated mess of positivity just motivating you to do better in life and be a better member of society or whatever, I don't know. But basically, I want to highlight the fact that when I first started this job, I had zero self-confidence. I had $0 in my bank account, and I did not look at myself in a positive way. But I didn't know that because I was prideful. So, like most dudes were going to be like, I'm not going to admit that because that's not me, right? well, but it's totally you, I was that guy, and so, you know, to go from here to where I am now, it's you know, it's like a Drake song.
Always a progress.
So it's
Awesome job.
from
Thanks,
the
man.
bottom up. Yeah, thank you.
That's it, guys. Thanks for, I mean, listen to us, and I just appreciate you guys' time, and you know, I will, like I said, I'll bring some stuff in and just leave it with Tom. And if you know, if anybody is, you know, looking for jobs or anything like that, we are hiring. So we're hiring for a bunch of different positions, and you can either go to the website or you can contact, you know, for anything for our head office. But for sales positions, like I said, you can ask Tom and get my contact information. And other than that, let's have a good time.
Thank
you.
Yeah,
thanks.
I'm just gonna say one more thing. Besides thank you, we've already covered the thank you bit, but honestly, I just want to say thank you to Tom for bringing us in here and bringing all you guys in here. Honestly, like listening to you're just like a boss, man. Like you're just a thug, like, and like I'm so grateful that you brought us here, and like what you're doing is amazing. And so thank you so much, and let's give Tom a round of applause.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ben and John and our John, I guess. Not anymore, I think, after a while. But anyway, thank you very much, everybody. So I think you guys already sort of give us a quick rundown what they are doing, and you also heard some what we normally call the successful story and so on. And I guess the next thing is let's just make big money, right? Well, let me. One thing I can tell you is this. I can share with you is, if you make zero, even you make zero, spend some time, not necessarily with them, but with anybody, but trying to figure out how to interact with different people. Okay, not necessarily the people you grew up with, not necessarily people in your small circle, not necessarily the people that from the same university. Okay, trying to interact with people that from all different backgrounds, start to learn why they behave differently, and trying to be patient. And also, what I can tell, one of the best opportunity is trying to connect with people that they think they don't want to. And that's why this sales position is actually very attractive in a digest way. Because when you knock somebody's door, you know chances are you are going to be kicked out. You know chances are they don't like you. You know chances are they will slam door on you. Don't put some rosy pictures before you go there and say they will go hug you. They are going to have pizza for you. No. I know that. But if you can do well under that pressure, in that situation, think about it. What is the possibility you can do? When you have something in your mind, in your dream, and you can get that connected with people. And that is what is really about. It's not about money, guys. Okay? Money you cannot bring in with you. Money you cannot take with you when you die. What can make difference is the doctor who came to China, because his impact is on me still and getting stronger. And now that impact passed to you. And it is the impact like Rosie, Margaret, those new generations of doctors. They are coming to here, stay in a shared accommodation, but they, as doctor, nurses, they go to Africa, save people's life from the cancer they don't even know. And that's called impact. That's the true impact. So now I want to make some okay, let's switch gear a little bit. Today I don't have any particular topic set up. I just want to help everybody start to know somebody you totally have no clue about. I think most of you guys have no clue with each other. Some of you still scratch your hair if you have some hair, okay? You still scratch your hair and say, well, who is this guy next to me? I don't even know his name. Now, let's do it, okay? I will start this little game called use my Chinese hard liquor. So I brought in some Chinese hard liquor, which actually, for your guys' reference, is the liquor factory in China who made the liquor for the president of United States, not Donald Trump, okay? But it's the first one called Nixon. He went to China, visit China in 1970s. And to show the top respect to the foreign visitor, Chinese government actually used that particular liquor. I'm not bringing that one too expensive, guys. I can't afford that. I bring the something made in the same factory, but it's very strong. It's very different. So this is opportunity. You guys try a little bit different. So, but the game goes. I'm going to pick up 3 of you randomly. When I pick you up, you stand up and you start to tell me, not tell me, come to here. If I could ask, okay, come to here. Make a few speech, say who I am, and what you like, and what you want to share with people. Once we finish, we have a cheers. Okay. For those who do not drink, you find a guy who drink replace you, and you just bring the fake liquor with you. Okay. Is that clear, everybody?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So now I start random pick people. Okay. Nathan. Come on, please. You're my first drink partner, I guess.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so my name's Nathan. What am I supposed to talk about? Just stuff about me?
Yeah, what do you like?
What do I like? I'm going to McEwen in September for the Bachelor of Arts program. I want to eventually get into commerce. I like to drink Chinese liquor. I actually don't know that I like to drink Chinese liquor, but I like to try drinking Chinese liquor, so that's a good thing.
You're gonna like it.
Yeah? Okay. Have you had it before?
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay, that's really
Don't remember.
Okay, that's really
That's
sure.
a reason.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. So I'm guessing it was good.
Yeah. Okay. So now what do I do?
You can pick up the next one.
Okay. Well, how about buddy that just recommended the?
Oh shit.
Yeah. And then I sit down, I guess. Or?
Yeah, sure.
Good job.
And I will. So do you want a whole cup or you want half?
Just half, I guess.
Okay.
I'm not that adventurous.
A little bit like this.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So have a seat and then we cheer afterward.
Okay.
Is that from rice? Rice?
Likely.
Yeah.
You will
Like
have a chance
sardine?
to try it.
John's got excited. You can
Go
tell.
ahead.
So something about me?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Random. I like to play hockey, ice hockey. Pretty typical East Coast Canadian right here. I like hockey, and something I want to share with people is this job. So, like us, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Liberty Security, and that's my plug. Have a good one. Good night, everyone.
Yeah. So Ben, you can pick up one people if you like.
Oh, gun boss.
This is good.
Okay, I guess. I'm Jonathan. I'm going to Nate. And, my goal is to become an accountant or bookkeeper. I don't know which one. Maybe both. Anyways, so I'm going to Nate for that. What else? Something else about me?
To share, you
I
want to
play
share?
basketball, football. I like magic tricks. I have a card trick or two if anybody wants to see it later.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's pretty much about me. Yes. You
Oh god, okay.
Yes.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Adam. I'm a first year university student here, and I moved here to become a filmmaker. Like when I was a kid, I always wanted to do filmmaking. I didn't really have a backup plan. So if it was up to me, I'd like be in LA right now, like going to like NY Film School or something. But instead, I ended up in Edmonton and King's University, and I'm doing a degree in English. So yeah. So hopefully, when I graduate, my goal is to still be a filmmaker. But film schools are pricey as hell, so I can't afford that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. My brother.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Wasn't prepared for this. But yeah.
Hi guys,
I don't
I'm
think
Mo.
any of us were. No.
Yeah. Hi guys, I'm Mo. I'm Adam's brother. Yeah, I came here to Edmonton visiting my brother, and I'm aspiring actor. I want to be an actor someday. So yeah, I came to Edmonton to see if I can come like live here and pursue acting. But I found like Vancouver is the biggest city in the media and stuff like that. So I'm hoping I move next summer to Vancouver and start pursuing my dream. Acting.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Just a minute.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
do you guys want to
Yeah,
drink
I'll
some?
get it.
Sure. Okay, and you.
No,
You're good?
taking
Okay.
it, yeah, good.
So at this point, I think we got 5 people already or 6, right? So all I'm saying is just start give it a little bit try so that before we go next round, first I think whoever pick up the alcohol or drinks, and just ask everybody to cheers and thank you very much for the great work, and I hope you guys enjoy. And then I will pick up the next round. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just raise the glasses and cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
It's got some punch to it. Whoa.
Okay, I think that's a good start. How do you like it a bit?
Yeah, no, it's good. My larynx just got punched.
It's making an impression.
Okay, so I will make the next pick. Okay, so that's the second run. And the second goal, I just want to have 4 each before everybody drunk. So I need to at least have 4 people at the last will be kind of self-conscious. Okay, so that's my goal. Anyway, John,
Yes.
do you want to come?
Sure.
Okay, come, please.
So it was something about me. Well, I already told you that I'm a carpenter, and you know that I'm a door knocker. Something you don't know. I mean, I am married, but you knew that too.
Jeez.
No, I honestly wasn't expecting this, but I'm from Nova Scotia, small town kid in Nova Scotia, really small town, and thing I like to do, I love to do is I love to travel. I've been lucky enough with this job to be able to have done 30 different trips in the last 5 years and traveled to places like Thailand and Mexico and Hawaii and every place like that. So that's why I do this, and what I love to share is just the curiosity of learning about everybody individually. When I meet people, it's always something new to learn, and I'm just always keep that kid like a curiosity, right? So, Vance.
Get your,
John, want to try?
Okay, so I'm probably the oldest guy here, so.
I don't think so, man.
Okay.
Well, we should have some sort of
So-
final say.
But, hey, I bet you I'm the only one that was born in Edmonton. So that's something else, eh?
Anybody else not born in
Edmonton?
them? Yeah, I
So
don't.
I'm born in Edmonton, I lived here most of my life. I've done a lot of traveling too. I've been as far north as Inuvik, which is an Arctic Circle.
that's pretty fair.
And been far south, I guess, as Mexico. I've been to Hawaii, I've been to places in Europe, so I've been to lots of traveling. My favorite city in North America is Las Vegas.
Oh.
I've been there a dozen times, but I can't talk about any of those things, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had lots of good time. I've done a lot in my life because I've been in sales most of my life. I've been sales manager.
Wow.
I had my own business for about 15 years as a photographer and stuff like that. Now I'm in a new career, so I do security at a store. So I'm in a new career, which is kind of fun. I'm kind of an old guy, but I just met a girl that's over 20 years younger than me. That's great. She makes me feel younger. So,
Good for you.
so I'm pretty happy guy. That's me. But I'm also a guy that's always positive about everything. That's probably the most important thing to learn.
You're my big bro. And, you have my respect, my friend. Okay. So, do you want to pick somebody?
Who hasn't gone yet? That guy.
Pick you?
So basically,
Talk about yourself a little bit.
and what what you sort of
That's gonna be good.
share with the group.
I took a little sip. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
You share the next shot, please.
Hi everybody, my name is John.
Easy, alright.
I kind of like the outdoors and playing sports and stuff. Currently at NATE, doing civil engineering technology. There's not really too much else. Video games, like volleyball, baseball.
What kind of
Simple stuff. All kinds. Call of Duty, that kind of stuff. Yeah. All right, that's about it with me. I got a golf job coming up this summer. Yeah, that's
You're a
it.
golf pro?
No,
Oh.
no, I'm just working like the greens and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I can barely hit a driver. So. Okay, who hasn't gone yet?
People in there.
This side.
Yeah.
People
Oh,
hiding
and
from-
Ala hasn't gone yet.
I saw you hiding, looking everywhere.
So okay, this is Aras. I'm a mechanical engineer and I'm doing some AutoCAD engineering at the moment, so to update myself. So you know it's hard when you have the degree and diploma not from Canada, so you need to update yourself. So that's it. We sacrificed 6 years in university and now doing this again. That's not bad.
Good for
So
you. How many language Ala can speak?
I speak 3 languages. I think I met you before. Yes, Adam. I am Uber driver.
Oh no way! Hey! I knew you looked familiar.
Yeah.
Hey.
So I met Adam before. I'm doing Uber for part time. So yeah, that's Uber. So next guy. I don't know. Any volunteer from there?
No, you have to pick one. Just
Yeah.
go pick one.
Oh.
Actually, no girls have talked yet. Pick a girl.
Yeah, I will pick you.
Who's next?
Which one did you pick?
Just like
The guy who's getting briefed, I guess.
just picked everyone.
Yeah, no girls have talked yet.
Oh, they will.
It's okay, you can share Spanish.
Say it in Spanish.
Yeah, say in Spanish.
Phoebe. Good Phoebe. Hola, chica, aquí, por favor.
She can translate.
Is that
Yeah, I can translate. Yeah. Yeah, Well, dilo en español y ya yo te traduzco. ¿Qué te gusta? ¿Tu nombre?
Just for fun. Don't feel pressure. Oh, did we pick anybody yet? Or?
Yes, I pick him, and you will disturb me.
Oh, you are. Hola.
I'm driving.
Hi. You know Jake?
Driving.
No problem. I will save some for you later, okay?
Okay, dilo.
Okay.
¿Tu nombre?
Mi nombre es Javier.
His name is Javier.
Hola. Soy de Venezuela.
He's from Venezuela.
Trabajo.
He works.
Mi familia vive en Calgary.
His family lives in Calgary.
Ya. Tengo 2 años en Canadá.
He has 2 years living in Canada.
Excuse me a second. Okay, everybody, I learned a few Spanish words and I can understand a few words, so I want to try it. So
Okay.
I just want to try it. If I understand, if I not, maybe help me, okay? Just for fun.
Yeah.
Speak slowly, my friend.
Que le hables lento para que entienda.
Okay. Mi nombre es Javier.
Well, my name is Javier.
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 Yeah.
My name is Javier.
Soy de Venezuela.
I'm from.
I'm from Venezuela. Okay.
Ah, tengo 2 años en Canadá.
Tingo in años.
2 years.
2 years.
Living in
Years.
Canada.
2 years in Canada.
Años is years.
Okay.
Ahora,
Trabajo, yes.
my family living in Calgary.
Su familia vive en
Me work now in Edmonton.
Él ahorita trabaja en sorry. He lives
That's
here.
perfect.
He
Go
works
ahead.
in
Keep going. That's good.
Yeah,
And that's it.
that's it.
And, what do you like?
¿Qué te gusta?
¿Qué me gusta? Me gusta. ¿Qué puede ser?
¿Cómo?
Bailando,
Bailando.
bailando, yeah, bailando, yeah. Okay, beautiful.
Comer.
Eat, right?
Yeah.
Good job. I'm Jake too.
He can. He can.
Okay, no problem. Okay, pick up the next one.
Yeah.
Thank you. Five. Maybe I pick up you. Is that okay? Come on.
No, Ale, it's Ale's turn.
Sure.
Amiga.
Ale, yes, Ale.
But in Spanish too.
Español.
Soy Ale, I'm Ale. I live in Mexico. And Javier is my boyfriend. And the last year I was here when I met him. And I don't know, I like to I like to have fun with my friends, my boyfriend, and I like art. I'm an architect, and that's all.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Nice.
Good job. Okay, so
Ladies first.
okay. Margaret, please.
My name is Margaret. Usually
You
like
can speak German.
Huh?
You can speak German.
I'm from Germany, my beautiful place in Germany, Bavaria.
It's okay.
So the football players, you know, Munich, Bayern München.
It's a soccer here. They
Yeah,
call it soccer.
oh yeah, they call it today.
Football's a real game in Canada.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's nice to meet you all here and the future actors and all these adventurous people. Yeah, we are grateful for the homes that Tom provides. It's really good. And you meet people from so many nations and places. And yeah, I have an adventurous life, I would say, an adventurous past. I've been traveling a lot in Africa and other places. And now we had some good time out here and still have some good time out here in Canada. Yeah, what's special? I like dancing, and I like outdoors, and I like what's special is my husband. He's very, very funny. Yeah, that's special. I think that's all.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, your turn now.
We're gonna expect something funny now.
Yeah, that's, I'm glad to see that now video is a big, huge fan. And I see many faces, many nations in one beautiful country. What a beautiful country we are. My name is Rossi, and I work and live here. I'm Canadian. As an MD for many years. And I retired early, as you see my bald head. So we do some medical work outside of Canada, usually in Africa, poor countries. And life goes on, and we're learning how to get out of the box and share the most the most important thing in life, which is supreme ethics of the whole universe is love. We start learning how to love each other as a person, or maybe you start as a child and then you grow up and you love to successful and get a job and earn some money, maybe some family, maybe some kids. And then there's another kind of love. It's just that when you get together, whatever you're supposed to do it, but then it's okay to get out of the box. It's something for humanity. There's one thing we share, is love as humanity. And this is the reason why we go to Africa. Not only Africa, but we also go, if it's possible, in the future to some other countries. Just help others for the sake of humanity.
Yeah, it's great.
Love.
It's good to be in.
Awesome. Well, we need to give you some liquor too.
Yeah.
Of course. So who is the next? I think
that's everybody.
yeah, Manny. You want to come and just have a few words? Why not?
Matt is here, yeah.
Yeah, come on in. Just a few words. Just say who you are.
Just 1 second, if you guys allow me. Is anybody went outside of Canada as humanitarian work? As humanity work? Anybody?
Have we?
Yeah.
In the past?
But actually, Canadians, they're doing wonderful work in the universe. Just let you know. I really appreciate it. There's a lot of professional people who really touch the heart of humanity. You go to Asia, you go to Africa, you go to South America, China, anywhere. There's a lot of Canadians who do that. If you even don't have a time, there's some one going outside, just in case.
Good job. Thanks.
My name is Manny. I'm born in Edmonton and I'm
Oh, you're born in Edmonton too?
yeah.
There's another one more of myself.
I'm a former U of A student that's just taking a break from school right now. So I can pursue some other things and work on my health and some family stuff. I'm trying to one day maybe just become a spiritual teacher and teach the world that we don't really need money. We should go back to nature and connect with the trees, you know? And we should go back to eating raw food and stop being sinners, you know? Because we're all just feeding the system. The system doesn't want our money, it wants our energy, you know? If we keep giving it our energy, nothing's gonna change. That's it.
Awesome. Okay, I think everybody kind of have their turn to talk, and so we got liquor there if you like. So if you like it, have more. Please help yourself. Find smaller cup, big cup, bowls, whatever you want. Okay. So that's kind of that. And as you can see, we got a big spread of all kind of interesting human beings here. So let's just get connected with each other. Okay. So I wish everybody have fun and just enjoy yourself. Have more pizza, and we have hot liquor. We have pizza. I also homemade some veggie soup. Some guys told me he don't like it already. So I hope those guys help my self-esteem. Okay, eat them and trying to be pretend you are healthy. Okay, guys. Enjoy yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom.